Aloha Aries, welcome to your May 2026 tarot reading. Before we dive in, we have a new promo code for the month of May for personal readings. Everything is over at themagicsiren.com. We also have our Patreon if you want to join us over there. Everything is down in the description box below. And don't forget to tune into our weekly podcast. Outside of that, we're going to go ahead and dive right into your reading for May 2026. We're going to start out with the overall theme or the overall vibe. We'll move into any potential obstacles or challenges. We'll see how to overcome those challenges or obstacles, and then we'll move into any extra messages that universe and spirit have for you for this May 2026. Let's go ahead and start with our love and our general oracle to kick off the overall vibe or theme of this month, May 2026. Aries, I cannot believe we're already in May. It's already May. Where is this year gone? The time is flying. Let's go ahead and see what we have in terms of love, emotions, and connections. We have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. This is that card of definitely paying attention to everybody's vibes. If somebody's showing their true colors this month, definitely believe them. Sometimes this card of deception can also represent not being totally honest with ourselves either. Maybe there is a relationship or a job or just something that we're not being totally honest with ourselves about this month. And universe and spirit are asking you to get very honest and open and real with yourself about what that might be. Are we, removing that from our life? Are we releasing that from our life? But overall, this deception card is essentially saying, pay attention. Pay attention to what's being said. Definitely pay attention when somebody's showing their true colors. And if somebody is showing their true colors, believe them, okay? Let's go ahead and see what the general oracles have to add to this overall theme so far. So far, this month is saying any sneaky snakes in the grass, Aries, don't be afraid to remove them from your garden. We have sensitivity. That's exactly what we're talking about. You are becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. When this card comes out, it's also that energy and message of saying that you're not the same person that you were, a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Maybe the circle of people that you hung out with, your community or your friend group, maybe, there are some people there that feel a little bit more sneaky to you. Maybe it doesn't feel like the connections are genuine anymore. Maybe there are jokes that are being said at your workplace that you could ignore in the past or sweep under the rug, but now you're kind of noticing those jokes. You're like, that's not really funny. It's not really a space for me. Or this could just be sensitivity overall, saying that you have become a more empathetic person over the last few months. And now is the time to start making some changes in your life according to that sensitivity, according to who you are now, right? You have matured, you've become a different person. And we're really being asked to kind of remove anything in our life that is not in alignment with ourselves. And we did talk about that deception card being open, honest, and raw with ourselves. Let's go ahead and see what tarot has to add to the theme or the vibe for this month of May. So we are looking for a card here. We have the Four of Swords coming out in the reversal position. When we see reversals in a tarot reading, it represents something that has already happened, or there might be a slight challenge or obstacle that is preventing us from seeing this in its upright position. The Four of Swords in the upright position does represent us taking this moment to rest, reflect, recharge our batteries. The Four of Swords says that we more than likely recently went through some sort of chapter in our life that required us to really be on our mental game. But this is that sort of like thumbs up or green light, kind of like that hall pass to go and take a break. This being in reversal tells me that maybe we're having a hard time allowing ourselves to reflect and recharge our batteries this month. Maybe it does have to do with the fact that we're really trying to keep our eyes open, we're trying to be on it. But remember, when you move into a time where you are a little bit more sensitive to energies, it's really important to make sure that we are putting our emotional health, our spiritual health, just our mental health on the top of our priority list. So that Four of Swords being in reversal tells me that the overall theme this month, outside of these oracles we talked about, is really allowing yourself to kind of shut down every night, even if it's difficult to do so. Make a vow to yourself every day at 8 p.m. I'm turning off my phone, or I'm putting on do not disturb. Every morning I'm not going into work mode until 9 a.m. or whatever the case is. Start making some healthy boundaries for the month of May when it comes to just being able to kind of shut down, get that rest for yourself, and making sure that we're able to recharge our own batteries. Let's go ahead and see what the challenge or theme might be, okay? Not the theme, the challenge or obstacle this month, okay? Any potential obstacles or challenges for Aries. We do have the Queen of Cups in reversal, really connecting with your emotions and being emotionally balanced. I think for some of you, as soon as you saw this deception card, you were like, seriously, someone's lying to me? I don't necessarily think that that's the case, but I almost kind of get this vibe of like, that was a moment of the Queen of Cups in reversal. It's that energy of like, I hear deception and I immediately am going down the list of like, who could be lying to me? Who's not telling me the truth? Who is the sneaky snake in the grass? Instead of allowing our emotions to get the best of us, we're trying our best to get emotionally balanced this month in a time where maybe it doesn't feel like we are being supported to be emotionally balanced. Let me explain. The Queen of Cups in the upright position, she's very balanced. When she's excited, she does not make an impulsive decision. When she's angry, she doesn't say something or do something that she's going to regret in the future. She's very much in this place of compassion towards herself, towards the people around her, and she knows her emotions and she allows herself to work with them. When you see this in the reversal, it feels like something in our emotional life is not balanced. For some of you, maybe this is coming to terms that someone's not being honest here. Whether you are not being honest about your emotions about somebody, maybe this has to do with a relationship, maybe you're not being honest about how you feel about your job, or maybe somebody's not being honest with you and you are learning that this month. That could cause a little bit of an imbalance when it comes to your emotions. However, with this Four of Swords in reversal and that reminder to make sure you are recharging your own batteries, when these moments happen of learning something that might cause a little bit of chaos in terms of our emotional life or our emotional balance, I want you to remember this Four of Swords in reversal. I want you to remember to approach the situation by saying, okay, I recognize this. I am more sensitive to the energies around me. I'm more sensitive to the emotions around me. I'm recognizing it, I'm clocking it, but I'm not gonna make a decision on it right this minute. I'm gonna go home, wait for the clock to strike 9, shut down and recharge, and in the morning, I'll make a decision, okay? Let's go ahead and see how we're gonna overcome that obstacle or challenge. And again, the obstacle or challenge here for the month of May for you, Aries, is not allowing your emotions to get the best of you, okay? Do not allow your emotions to get the best of you, especially with that sensitivity card. I feel like people know how to push your buttons. We have the Six of Cups in reversal. The Six of Cups in the upright is tending to your inner child. I do feel like this is probably going to be the way that you overcome the obstacle this month. It's essentially tending to your inner child, remembering those sort of coping mechanisms from when you were younger. For some of you, I feel like maybe you never really even learned coping mechanisms when it comes to your emotions and learning some sort of news or seeing true colors from somebody. And this might be a really good month for you to learn those things. The Six of Cups in reversal says that we have maybe been disconnected from our inner child. And so maybe in these times of emotional imbalance, maybe during these moments of, kind of shutting down and recharging and reflecting on everything that's kind of going on around us, we're also reconnecting with our inner child. Connecting with your inner child and tending to that inner child might really be the key here to overcome any obstacle or challenge, especially in terms of emotions this month for you, Aries. When we talk about connecting to your inner child, this is essentially remembering those things in your life that used to make you feel free, that used to make you feel fulfilled. This is that returning to our bucket list from when we were teenagers on what we wanted to experience when we were all grown up. Have you been able to experience those things yet? Have you been able to make the space to explore the hobbies and the passions? And if you haven't, now is a good month to start putting some things into place to start exploring those things. You might find a lot of emotional fulfillment and also finding some growth and evolution, especially with the sensitivity card, in those hobbies or in those experiences, in those things that maybe you always wanted to do that you haven't been able to get around to doing yet. Let's go ahead and get any extra messages from Universe and Spirit for this month of May. What else do we have for Aries for the month of May? Not a bad energy for the month. I think a lot of things are going to come to the surface for you this month, and it's just going to be important for you to not overreact, to not make impulsive decisions. Look at the Wheel of Fortune here. It's like your luck in everything is starting to change. I feel like sometimes though, when the tides shift and the tide changes, it can feel a little bit rocky. The tide can sometimes pull you out before the wave forms to surf back in. And the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Wands in reversal. I am taking the bottom of the deck in these monthly, so you guys have a little bit extra messages here. Let's start with that Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of life. It is constantly in motion, okay? So when we see it in the upright, it does represent the fact that we are on an upswing right now. So even though things might feel a little bit rocky, even though things might feel a little bit emotionally tense, just know in other aspects of your life, things are really going in your favor. You have luck on your side. So if you're asking for a promotion, that might be happening for you this month. If you're trying to call in a new opportunity, whether it's to start a business or to move into a new home, or maybe we're even trying to call in some sort of new relationships in our life, just know that luck is on our side for that. Financially as well, May might be a really good month for you for some sort of financial evolution or a financial come up, okay? And again, even though emotionally it feels like things are being shifted and changed and things are coming to the surface, it's ultimately necessary in order for you to be able to ride this wave of the Wheel of Fortune throughout the entire month of May. So allow that wheel to kind of, glide you in or coast you in without getting emotionally distraught about it. And then we also have the Nine of Wands in reversal. The Nine of Wands in the upright is the card of don't give up and keep pushing forward. I think for a lot of you this month, when it comes to moments of potential deception, when it comes to moments of potential emotional imbalance, I would say allow yourself to give up on those. And I don't mean give up in a sense of like giving up on our dreams or giving up on our goals or giving up on those bucket list items from our inner child. I think this is more along the lines of like, if you're fighting for a friend to stay in your life, I wouldn't fight to keep that friend in your life. This might be one of those changes that are asking to be made in your life right now. If you're fighting for a relationship to work, maybe we're not fighting for that anymore, and we are allowing that natural ebb and flow of the Wheel of Fortune to really kind of wash away things that are not meant to be in our life anymore. It's the same thing for our living situation. It's the same thing for our jobs. It's the same thing for our projects, anything that we have to fight or really hold on to tightly to stay in our life. We're being asked to kind of release that. Let the ebb and flow of life really take away anything that's blocking your blessings, because I feel like by the end of this month and getting ready to go into June, we're going to start to see a lot of cards turning in their upright position for you. Lots of new opportunities, lots of new love, and a lot of blessings finally coming in and growing for you. So the month of May is all about setting that foundation, really, charging your batteries and not allowing your emotions to get the best of you this month, even though there is some changes and some things going on around you that might make you get a little bit frustrated quickly, emotionally, okay? Take a deep breath, recognize it, go home, clock it, reflect on it, make a decision the next day, okay? Overall, there is some nice messages here for you, and I hope that you have a wonderful month of May. If you want to get a personal reading with me, you can always go to themagicsiren.com. We have a promo code to save some money on that reading. If you want to join us on Patreon, come and hang out, join the coven. If you're still watching this video and you haven't liked it yet, consider liking this video, subscribe to the channel. It helps me out, but I also love making new friends. And other than that, I will let you get back to your day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you again soon. Aloha.